Macho Man and the Pipers and the Stick. Now it's Ric Flair. And yo, pay homage to the man. He went out there for over 60 minutes, never took a back step, took it to Hogan, took it to the Undertaker, took it to whoever got that ring. That's why he didn't pay Bobby Cole. Now here's the real world heavyweight champion. We're not the kind of guys that say, we told you so, but we told you so.
No, I'm good on that, my nigga. I don't do drink no more, none of that.
Yes, y'all. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of P.U.W.F. Wrestling Talk with myself, Joe BNCO, and my co-host tonight, Mr. D-Walk. How you doing, D-Walk?
I'm good.
Shout out to Kane the Destroyer. Hopefully we get to see you soon, brother. You be good. I know work's kicking your butt. And also shout out to the Invisible Man. You enjoy your evening, sir. Now, let's get into wrestling talk because we've got a lot of stuff to cover and we have a very little time to do it. Let's go to NXT first and just cover the two basic things that we want to talk about from NXT's takeaway.
Yeah.
First one, we're going to talk about Tiffany Stratton, the NXT Women's Champion, defending her title successfully, mind you. But it was afterwards when something happened. And we got the man, Becky Lynch, on the screen telling Tiffany Stratton that she's coming for her title next week. And the match has been signed. Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship next week on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
D-Walk, what do you think is going to happen?
I wanted Tiffany Stratton to win because, Becky Lynch don't need to have no titles. So, man, she just need to, just make people look good. She at the point of her stage where she ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, but if she wins the NXT Women's title, she will be a Grand Slam champion.
She could do it later on. Right now, let Tiffany Stratton have her time because she's doing good. She doing good for a newbie. Let her get her time.
They're comparing Tiffany Stratton to Trish Stratus.
Tiffany Stratton is more agile than Trish Stratus.
Well, they're comparing her to Trish Stratus in her prime when she was big and she was, very over.
Yeah, I haven't seen Trish Stratus do a somersault like Tiffany Stratton do.
That's true. But she did do Stratisfaction. But that's just one takeaway from NXT. The other is Braun Breaker versus Von Wagner in the main event.
Somebody call 911.
Two big, strong dudes beating the living shit out of each other. I don't even know if this would be considered a match. I mean, it was a beatdown. And at the end of the show, Braun Breaker was beating Von Wagner so bad and had his head on the steel steps and hoisted the other half of the steel steps up in the air above his head, and they cut the feed. And all you can hear is the screaming and the impact of the steps crushing Von Wagner's head. Reports that I've been hearing is that Von Wagner has a concussion, and he actually did get hit with the steel steps. And was bleeding. So hopefully he gets better soon. Accidents can happen, and sometimes you have to be a little more realistic in this business to put it over so the fans, get the point.
Yeah.
And Braun Breaker is that guy he's going to be intense like his Uncle Scott.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, you're going to see a lot of that. D-Walk, how do you feel about this feud?
I think they could have had Braun Breaker feud with somebody else besides Van Wagner. Van Wagner, he really never wrestled, really. I mean, like, he never really showed me nothing while he was at NXT. I mean, so to me, that felt like it was like a squash match to me because you got a big name against a no name. Pretty much like, I don't know,
I agree, but they are trying. What was that? They are trying to build up Von Wagner.
But they can't have him just jumping at the big fish. They got to crawl up. You can't just have the small fish jump at the big fish. Yeah, I really haven't even seen Von Wagner wrestle. You know what I mean?
Trying to put him against the big fish because they want him to be decimated by big fish, and then they want him to have a backstory to beat big fish. And that way, when the big fish loses, they can move the big fish up to the big roster.
Because honestly, I feel they need to move Braun Breaker to the main roster, Raw, SmackDown.
He is. I think around the Royal Rumble, he's going up to the main roster.
Yeah, he needs to. I think, the matter of fact, that'd be good if he make it, and they should if they let Shinsuke Nakamura lose, they should bring Braun Breaker, have Braun Breaker be Seth Rollins, get the belt, and start the NWO. That's when he'll start the NWO.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. What they should do is they should have Braun Breaker in the Rumble match and have Seth Rollins eliminate him in the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins eliminates him in the Royal Rumble, then they can have a WrestleMania match.
Yeah. So what do you think?
And then,
yeah.
What do I think about what? NXT?
No. I said, what do you think about this? NWO versus Judgment Day.
Yeah, it would work. You just got to have the right amount of people.
Yeah. Braun Breaker will be in it. Who else? Who else you think that'll fit in the NWO? Well, of course, you got to have Braun Breaker in there.
Kevin Owens.
Who else?
Seth Rollins.
Huh? Who else?
Carmelo Hayes. No.
So who else?
Seth Rollins.
Yeah. I just want to see somebody good go
Maybe
against
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. I just want to see somebody good go against Judgment Day.
I don't know what's going to happen, but also, if you're following and you're watching, like, comment, subscribe. We are here for your pleasure, and we are here to talk about wrestling. We're on NXT. We're just wrapping up NXT. Only a couple of takeaways from NXT this week. Good takeaways that we are following.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Monday Night Raw? What are your takeaways from Raw? Give me your top 3. I would like to know.
Monday Night Raw. Probably got to say the promo that Seth Rollins did on Shinsuke Nakamura.
Agreed.
The match where Ricochet finally starting to get into the shine. I like when he wrestled Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, I like they starting to get Ricochet his little shine. And I don't know. Sami Zayn promo with Jey Uso. Them was my 3. Well, I don't know. Gable and Gunther was pretty good too.
I was going to say Gable and Gunther is one of my top takeaways from Raw. Amazing match. They are definitely building Chad Gable up. Chad Gable said that vows that he will be the one to dethrone Gunther. Gunther was victorious and retains the IC title. He will pass the Honky Tonk Man's record, and he's the first person in over 35 years to break the record.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Now
He
I'm
will
gonna
now
be pissed.
be the longest reigning IC champion.
Now I'm gonna be pissed when Gable's supposed to win and Otis turn on him. I'm gonna be pissed if that happened because they should let Gable win the title.
No, they might let him win the title and then do an Otis turn,
I know.
so Otis can go after the belt.
No.
That would be the smart thing to do. Also, another thing that I enjoyed, which was a small comedic thing, but I enjoyed the Miz's promo.
Oh, the invisible Rock.
Yeah, the Invisible John Cena. He's like, "Come on down, John." And the cameraman was running around like John Cena was like out there doing his thing. I was like, "This is beautiful. This is priceless." I was like, and then the Miz beating the shit out of an Invisible John Cena, giving him the skull crushing finale and shit. I was like, "This is beautiful."
But we don't need to see another Miz and John Cena again.
This is wrestling. Welcome to the big time.
Yeah, we don't need to see Miz and John Cena wrestle again.
Well, he's got the "You Can't See Me." I mean, we couldn't see him, so I mean, technically, we were seeing him.
Yeah.
Both good things that happened, and then my third takeaway. The Sammy and Jey Uso moment was nice. It was definitely a good moment. I enjoyed it, but I did enjoy Nakamura too.
You see how you see how everybody.
I liked it.
You see they got an angle where everybody hate Jey Uso and because he there, and everybody want to attack him and everything, but Sami Zayn helping him. So what you think about Kevin Owens get jealous and that's why Sami Zayn and Owens break? Because Kevin Owens ain't never been.
That's probably going to be what happens. It's probably going to be at the Royal Rumble. They're probably going to drag it on to the Rumble.
Yeah.
Or somewhere in that lines.
Yeah, and then we see it Sami Zayn versus. Mm-hmm.
No, it's going to be one of them things where we're going to see Sami and Kevin Owens 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. That was pretty much the takeaway from Raw. I mean, Raw was Judgment Day celebrated. JD McDonough did defeat Sami Zayn, and I think he is in the Judgment Day now, I believe.
Not yet.
I did enjoy him giving the new briefcase to Senor Money in the Bank, the purple briefcase that says Senor Money in the Bank. That was awesome. Let's see. SmackDown. I don't know. What were your three takeaways from SmackDown?
All I gotta say, the Judgment Day promo with the briefcase, Sami Zayn and JD McDonough.
No. SmackDown, not Raw.
Oh shit, my bad. I don't know. I probably gotta say.
Wrong show.
I don't know. SmackDown. I don't know. I can't even call it on SmackDown.
I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Jimmy Uso promo was good.
Forgot about that one.
I did enjoy that. I also enjoyed John Cena coming out. Jimmy came out on John Cena, and Jimmy was cutting a promo on John Cena, and then John Cena cut a promo back, and he said the wrong brother left.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That hurt him.
He's like, I wanted you to quit. I was like, damn.
Yeah, and that was dead on his truth, though.
Harsh.
That was
harsh.
true. That,
We did have a pay-per-view on Saturday.
Hey, what you think about
We
that?
did have WWE Payback was on Saturday. What's that?
I said, what you think about their new theme music when they come out here?
I like both of their new theme musics.
Yeah.
Excuse me, guys. WWE Payback was Saturday. It was a pay-per-view. I guess. LA Knight beat The Miz. John Cena was a special guest referee, which John Cena got involved to separate the two on a couple of occasions, which led to both men being pissed off at certain points in the match.
Yeah.
In the end, LA Knight was victorious. And at the end, John Cena at the top of the ramp took off of the referee's shirt, facing LA Knight face to face, and went to shake his hand. And LA Knight reluctantly, after talking a lot of shit, shook his hand, and then Cena raised his hand, in victory, as in, passing the torch type moment. Cody Rhodes had the Grayson Waller effect, where he announced that Jey Uso is the newest member of the Raw roster. He pulled some strings, but one Raw superstar has to go to SmackDown now, and they have not announced who it is, but I'm pretty sure we all know who it's going to be.
Who do you think it's going to be?
Cody Rhodes.
So he could. So that mean he gonna beat Seth Rollins for the belt?
No, Cody Rhodes is going to go to SmackDown so he can finish the story and beat Roman Reigns.
Oh, I keep getting them mixed up. My bad. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay. Damn, that makes sense.
It all made sense when he said what he said. I was like, so they're trading a superstar for a superstar pretty much. So Jey Uso is coming to Raw and someone's got to go to SmackDown. And he was, the way he was talking about finishing the story and stuff, I was like, it's going to be Cody.
Yeah. But ain't that what they do anyway? Ain't that how Judgment Day jumping show?
Judgment Day are the tag team champions. They can go to any show they want.
Oh, now they back to that old school way now, huh?
I don't know what the hell they're going to do, to be honest with you. They need to just split. They need to just make their own tag titles on each show.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Another thing, I'd like to see them to bring back ECW and make Rob Van Dam general manager or Paul Heyman.
By the way, if you haven't heard, Judgment Day defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They are the new unified tag team champions.
Yep.
So they now hold the unified tag team championships. They have the NXT North American Championship. They also have the women's world championship, and they also hold the Money in the Bank briefcase.
It still didn't make Kevin Owens. It still didn't look.
Judgment Day got.
What? So, brother?
What?
I said it still didn't make Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens look weak because it took 5 people to beat 2.
Exactly. But in the end, they still won. Kevin Owens is injured, supposedly, and that's why they wanted to get the belt off of them so Kevin Owens can rest. That's part of the reason why he wasn't at at Raw on Monday. They want to make sure he heals up.
I did like the hockey. I said I did like the hockey scene they did when they was wrestling.
I did. They had a good the cage match with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus was actually really good.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed the cage match with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. They did some really crazy spots. That superplex from the top of the cage was insane.
Did you see her head? You see Trish's head?
Dude, I got to give it to Trish. She's almost 50 years old and doing stuff that a 20, 30-year-old's doing. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. And then she
And
turned on.
The manhandle slam from the top of the cage. Wow.
You know what was the crazy part was when Trish Stratus got her leg stuck in the cage and she was hanging off the cage where her foot was stuck in there. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was risky.
And Zoe Stark got involved, and Becky beat the shit out of Zoe Stark. And Trish tried to escape the cage. Becky caught her, and that's when she manhandle slammed her from the top of the cage, and then got the 1, 2, 3. Zoe Stark went to go kill Trish. Trish shoved her away. Zoe Stark got pissed off and dropped Trish with the Z360.
Yep.
Knocked her out. Night, Trish.
Oh, yeah. And we forgot on Raw, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark wrestled, and after the match, yeah, it looked like they might be forming a tag team.
They'd be a pretty good tag team.
Yeah, if they do them right.
As long as they could stay healthy.
Keep them heels. Keep them both heels. That's it.
I want to see. The pay-per-view wasn't all bad. I mean, it had ups and downs. The Seth Rollins Nakamura match was very good. Nakamura worked the back the entire time, and Seth won with this he rolled through and did a stomp. And after the match, Nakamura was highly pissed off after the pay-per-view went off the air and the camera stopped rolling. Nakamura attacked Seth Rollins afterwards, more on the back. And then again this week on Raw, targeting the back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about it for WWE. Then we have AEW, which had their pay-per-view on Sunday, the All Out pay-per-view. Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs is a fantastic match.
Yeah, that was a good match. I was surprised to see
FTR in the end.
So I was surprised to see Lana. I was surprised to see Lana come out after the match.
TJ Perry.
Yeah, but Lana, TJ Perry, same people.
Not TJ, CJ Perry.
I said CJ.
Get it right, boy. Get it right. You said TJ.
Well, you know what I meant. God damn it.
You damn Ebonics. CJ. Let's go back. Let's talk about the main event of the evening, which was Jon Moxley versus Pockets for the international champion. The international championship of AEW.
Yeah, that's how I'm logging out. This show.
Pockets and Moxley had a hell of a match. They beat the shit out of each other, up and down, blood and devastation everywhere. But in the end, Jon Moxley choked that motherfucker out. Night, Pockets. And we have a new international champion, Jon Moxley.
He didn't tap.
No more Pockets.
He didn't tap.
God.
He didn't tap.
Passed out. Good enough. He passed out.
Hey,
listen. I don't want a motherfucker to tap out when I'm choking him out. I want him to get choked out. Night.
I hope he go for the world title now.
I hope he disappears into fucking obscurity.
Wow.
Fuck Pockets.
What else we talking about? What else? What's on your mind? Speak your mind.
Pockets.
Besides pockets, man.
Pockets came out on Dynamite. Start the show and to talk. Very unpockets like. He had to talk. And he talked about how he doesn't have a catchphrase and how he's still going to keep fighting. And yeah, I was like, great. So you pretty much have nothing to say. Put the fucking mic down, you son of a bitch. Nobody wants to hear Pockets.
Wow.
Fuck Pockets. Straight up, fuck Pockets.
So biased.
Anyway. Well, yeah, I am, of course.
Hey, that's why how you is towards pockets. I'm like dirty Dom.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
Dirty Dom's still a champion.
Barely.
Still a champion.
Hey, he don't wear the pants in a relationship.
I mean, he's a champion too. Well, hey, at least Pockets has Chris Statlander that at least she's wearing the pants still and still has a title.
Oh wow.
Considering her career is probably better than his.
Oh wow. No. Pockets had 35 powder defenses. Pockets had 35 powder defenses. Won all of
Okay, Chris Statlander beat Jade Cargill and gave her first loss.
No, that was luck. That was rigged.
Pretty rigged.
That was rigged.
Jade Cargill, horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible.
it's worse.
Next. All right. We had La Sex Gods versus Aussie Open. It was a good match. Definitely tension between Sammy and Jericho. There is definitely a lot of tension there.
It's a little.
It's going to be a match. It's going to be a match. They're going to make a match, one-on-one match. It's going to happen soon. They won the match, but after the match, they were in a shoving contest with each other. It's going to be one of those things. What else do we have? MJF was cutting a promo.
Oh yeah.
And Samoa Joe came out and kept calling Max Kid. He said, "Stop calling me that. I'm not a kid." And then he reminisced about William Regal and how he ran him out of the company. He punched him in the back of the head to run him out of the company.
Mm-hmm.
Right back to NXT where he belongs.
Right.
And he said, if you're not careful, I'm going to do the same to you, punch you out, and send you straight back to NXT where you belong. Yeah, it was a good promo with MJF and Samoa Joe, and then MJF kept. He's like, you want me to? He's like, you want me to actually cut some stuff on you? He's like, you actually want me to wing it? And he's like Samoa Doe.
Call him fat.
And the funniest part was when he first came out, he's like, that was my theme music. You might have mistaken it for an ice cream truck.
Oh wow, yeah.
He's like, well, I'm sorry, I'm the number one thing on the other people's network. Peacock. Because of Twisted Metal.
MJF, oh, wow. MJF still bitter about when he got pushed on NXT.
Oh yeah, no, he talked about that. He brought that up. He's like, I was a young kid, I was doing my job, and he's like, and you shoved me into a wall. he's like, he's like, at that time, he's like, it was the greatest moment of my life until you shoved me into the wall, and then it really pissed me off. He's like, but guess what? He's like, I'm not the same young kid that was there. I've grown up. And he's like, and yeah. He's like, what have you done? He's like, oh, that's right, you got fired. He's like, MJF cut all kinds of shit. What else did he say? The Pillsbury Joe boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he called him that too.
You better leave some more before you kill him.
No, he said, yeah, you hear these people saying Joe's going to kill you? Yeah, how about this? Max is going to kill you. So the fans started chanting, Max is going to kill you. Max is going to kill you. And then he's like, you really think I care what these inbred mouth breathers are saying?
They was in y'all
talking about the fans.
Yeah.
And then he fucking he said the fans started chanting fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah. But they could both carry promos. That was dope.
Oh yeah. And then the beatdown afterwards, MJF was going to leave. Samoa Joe kicked the ropes to his nuts, started beating him down, and then MJF got behind, was on the ground, crawled behind him, and fucking low blowed the shit out of Samoa Joe, and started beating the shit out of him into the corner, laying the stomps in, and went to go run at him, and Samoa Joe caught him with the STO. I was like, damn.
MJF.
And then he went to go put him in the Muscle Buster, and fucking Adam Cole came out and saved MJF, and MJF was grabbing his neck, saying, "I can't feel my arm; it's numb. I can't feel it." He was almost crying because he was in pain.
MJF is a mixture of Ric Flair. Who else? He a mixture of a lot of dirty ass wrestlers. Ric Flair is number one. I don't know. He make that look so good though. That heel roll looks so good. A lot of wrestlers need to take notes off that.
He did a good job, man. The promo was gold. The promo on Dynamite was gold.
I mean,
we also started the tournament for the number one contender for the AEW World Heavyweight title. The first match was I'm drawing a blank. Shit. Where's my other phone at? Yeah, there was two matches. One of them was the main event, which was Darby Allin versus Nick Wayne. And that was one of the contenders for the tournament. Hold on, folks. AEW Championship Tournament bracket. Here we go.
Roderick Strong.
All right, here we go. Yeah, that was it. Roderick Strong actually took the neck brace off and stuff, and Roderick Strong won the match. Roderick Strong moved on to the semifinals.
Yeah.
And Darby Allin and Nick Wayne had a hell of a match, and Darby Allin scored the submission over Nick Wayne. He was going to do a coffin drop, but decided to not to. Nick Wayne started making a comeback, and then all of a sudden Darby got him in the submission where he had his arms like bent behind his back, locked together, and then he started kicking him in the head while he was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Jesus. And then, Christian Cage and with Luchasaurus, Christian Cage cut a little thing like, this is how you treat your protege, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to have Darby Allin versus Roderick Strong in the semifinals the winner of that match will move on to the finals, which will be decided at AEW at AEW next Dynamite next week. The finals will be, and then the winner will take on MJF at Grand Slam.
Yep.
Now, on the other side of things, we are going to have Penta versus Jay Lethal on Rampage, and Samoa Joe versus Jeff Hardy on Rampage. Yeah.
This guy Joe
Samoa
on
Joe and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. But this guy Jim, I think Samoa Joe gonna win it all.
Well, the way that they're building it, I would also say the same thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, wouldn't it be funny if Adam Cole and MJF cost Joe the spot?
Interesting.
Have them interfere in the match, distract Samoa Joe, and Jeff Hardy gets the upper hand and gets the quick win.
Interesting. Hey, what you think about this idea? Say, like, you remember how Impact did, man? TNA did, like, they second-rated champions. They relinquished their belts to go for the heavyweight belt. You think WWE should do that?
No, I don't. I really don't. I don't think that they should do that at all. I don't like that. That was the like the all or nothing thing where they would give up their X Division championship for a world title shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not for that. I'm not for that. I didn't. It worked for Impact because of the way that they had things set up, but I don't think it would work for AEW. Let's see. Chris Statlander defeated Emi Sakura to retain her championship.
Yeah. AR Fox versus John Moxley.
AR Fox had a really good match. AR Fox had a really good match. And damn it, I hate when it does that. It moves so fast. Yeah. AR Fox had a really good match. He lost the match. Yeah. But even though he lost the match, he still looked really good doing it.
Yeah.
And he had some new music, and he had a Titantron type shit. So that. Oh, still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Moxley did beat the fucking shit out of AR Fox though at the end.
Like he owed the money.
We got to hear from Peg Warmer Page. I'm sorry, Hangman Page. About winning his charity battle royal. We had nothing better for you to do, so we're going to throw you in the tournament with a bunch of bums, and you're going to win it because you're the only guy in there that really has any sort of clout.
All right. I was doing some reading. They was like the only reason FTR ain't do nothing because the Dashwood Arwood situation. So they got to be on their best behavior and do everything what told to them. Dash Wheeler.
I mean Cash Wheeler.
Yeah, Cash Wheeler does it. But yeah, they got to be on their best behavior because if they get on their bad side now, they could be out of there too.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. We got about 20 minutes left in this show, so now that we've kind of covered a little bit of wrestling this week, and now we're gonna talk about the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
I know everybody's been waiting to hear our reaction, but it was announced on Saturday afternoon / evening that AEW has released CM Punk, Phil Brooks, with cause from his contract, both of his contracts. CM Punk is no longer with AEW. He is no longer with the company. And Tony Khan issued a statement on Twitter, and he then did a video package statement, and he addressed the live Chicago crowd at Collision, because Collision was live this past Saturday. So he addressed the live Collision crowd. He said he feared for his life. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Khan. Maybe you need bigger balls. Don't be fearing for your life.
Cahoon.
You're supposed to. You got to be like Vinnie Mac, man. You got to have grapefruits, man.
Yeah.
You got to be able to lift some weights and be able to choke a bitch if need be.
Yeah.
What in the hell is going on with wrestling, man? Like what happened to the locker room? What happened to guys that, you got into a scuffle, you got into a disagreement or a fight, and you dealt with it, and you moved on.
I thought we weren't supposed to hear about it. Us people, I thought whatever happens on the outside and inside of the curtain stays on the inside. I thought we weren't supposed to know nothing about it.
No. See, now there ain't no more curtain. It's like just an open window. Now there ain't no more curtain. The curtain is just the curtain's been drawn for so damn long that people just do whatever the fuck they want now. And this whole instance happened because Jack Perry opened his fucking mouth and said he tapped on the windshield during a live pay-per-view, which it was on the 0 hour, which was a buy-in, which was free for everybody to watch. He tapped on the windshield and said, "Look, real glass, go cry me a river."
Mm-hmm.
Talking about CM Punk because of an incident that happened a few weeks prior where Jack Perry wanted to use real glass on Collision, and CM Punk said that that's not a good idea. And Jack Perry did not like that.
He went and cried to the Young Bucks.
And here we are. Yeah, he's friends with the Young Bucks. He's friends with the Elite. He is friends with these people. Ironically, to keep their hands clean, it seems like they sent a mercenary in to do their job.
Mm-hmm.
After CM Punk's termination, it was Matt and Nick Jackson were seen doing victory laps in the ring, pumping their fists in hurrahs that CM Punk was gone.
Did you also see them in a hotel eating Chicago style?
Yeah, and the BTE segment where Kenny Omega drank the Pepsi and spit it out and said, "What the hell is this crap?"
Yeah.
And then they're eating deep dish Chicago pizza. Yeah. I saw that. Direct jab at CM Punk. But yeah, that's okay. These are things that are okay. They're acceptable by the company standards. Obviously, is you're allowed to take jabs at people if you're an EVP, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're and I'm not taking anything away from their abilities as performers, as wrestlers. They are good wrestlers. They are good on the mic. They are good at their job. Now, taking that away, I'm not taking away from their performance as competitors or as wrestlers. I am challenging their credibility when it comes to their professionalism as EVPs. I don't think that they are professional enough as an EVP.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they need to be in that role.
No.
And I feel like they used their friends to cause incidents to get said person terminated from employment so they didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Now, they did have Tony Khan set up a meeting with CM Punk himself and the Elite.
Mm-hmm.
Day of the meeting, the Elite canceled, which was days prior to the All In pay-per-view. CM Punk was pissed because he was there and wanted to bury the hatchet. They were trying to bury the hatchet, get things passed so they can keep moving forward to make programming. They didn't show up. They canceled. Unprofessional.
Mm-hmm.
You're an EVP. You should have been there. You should have wanted to get the shit squashed so that you guys could move on and make more money.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, as good as they are not needle movers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
Yeah.
If Edge went to AEW, there's a needle mover.
Mm-hmm.
You know, CM Punk signing with AEW, that was a needle mover. When they fired CM Punk, Collision ratings dropped by almost 200,000.
Jack Perry ain't gonna do nothing for him.
After they announced that he was gone. So, after they announced CM Punk was gone, the Collision ratings took a dive.
A big ass dive.
As soon as the announcement was made, they lost 89,000 viewers. As soon as the announcement was made, 89,000 people tuned out as soon as they said that CM Punk wasn't going to be on the show no more, that he was fired.
Hey, you know what's funny though?
And after that, what's that?
I say, you know what's funny? Eric Bischoff, Mark Henry, and it was like 2 AEW people said that it wasn't even CM Punk. They said it's gonna keep going on. But they said it wasn't even CM Punk. That was the problem.
Mark Henry, Bubba Ray Dudley, and I forgot the other gentleman's name. They talked on Busted Open Radio. Yeah. And they all said, Mark Henry's words were, it's all sunshine and rainbows until it's not.
Yeah.
He said, right now, everybody thinks it's sunshine and rainbows because they think that the problem's gone. He said, but he's like, the problem is still there. He's like, it's a locker room. There's going to be altercations and problems. He said, and I don't think the real problem was CM Punk. I think it was other people.
Yeah. Bully Ray said it right too.
And Bully Ray said the same thing. He said they just didn't like being told by someone who is above them, someone who has been in the business longer than they have, that's done more than they have.
Yeah.
They didn't want to take that advice. They took it as a criticism, and they targeted that person. Pretty much, it's one of those things to where you have old school guys that are actually talking about it, that actually know what the fuck they're talking about, that have been in the business long enough, 20, 30 years, and they're telling you what they see happening. Mm-hmm. So now Mark Henry's just sitting back waiting. He said, I'm just sitting back waiting until the next time happens. And then whose fault's it going to be then? Somebody else? Mm-hmm. Probably. They're going to make it somebody else's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Until eventually the company is either going to take a shit or they're going to get rid of the people that are causing the problems, which they never will. Tony Khan doesn't have enough balls to do it.
Nah, this what's going to happen. This how I feel is going to happen. If they let Jungle Boy come back, it's going to hurt them more to let him come back instead of they fire him and start off a clean slate. They'd be better off than anything.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. They already said that they suspended him indefinitely. So he is coming back.
Yeah,
when, I don't know, but
They said 2 to 3 months. Two to 3 months.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Bro, the elite will
the
never
first incident that happened. The first incident that happened shouldn't have been. Should have squashed that shit quickly.
Yeah.
Granted, CM Punk was hurt. I get it. But Tony Khan should have had balls and been like, look, you and all of you in my office.
No, but hey,
and I would have sat them all down and I would have been like, look, I've been like, we ain't gonna do this fucking bullshit. And I would have told them flat out, all of them. I would have been like, we're not doing this bullshit. I'm like, you all need to fucking grow the fuck up and y'all need to fucking work together. We're in this together. We're trying to run a company and we're trying to make money. We can't do that when we have our employees that are trying to hurt each other.
Hey, bro, but I was doing some reading and they say it was a chick involved with it. They said, I forgot her name, but she was with the Young Buck. They said she kicked down the door and they started all that.
No, it was the I forgot her name, Mags or something like that. She's she's part of like their internal PR department or some shit like that. But she was there for everything. She saw everything that happened. And supposedly they didn't kick down the door. They went to his door and opened the door. But he did ask them. He did say if anyone has a problem with it to come find him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, he did say that, but as a person, knowing that someone is super fucking pissed off at you, right? Are you going to want to try to go talk to a super pissed off person on that very instant? No. Give it a day.
Yeah.
Like, or two. Like, don't rush right to it. You know? And also, to top all of that off, your EVPs, you're supposed to be representatives of the AEW company, not brand, company.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be better than that. Because that's unprofessional. If you can't handle your business and be professional about it, which they can't because they're immature. The BTE show that they did with the Target segment, and then now this one with the deepest piece in the Pepsi, like, it shows that they're fucking immature. So my suggestion to Tony Khan would be to strip them of the EVP titles. Have them have nothing to do with that side of things. Because they don't have professionalism when it comes to these things. That's first. Second of all, Jack Perry. I would find out why all of this shit went down, get to the real bottom of it. Because I feel like it was provoked or instigated or suggested by his buddies that he fucking do this shit. Like, don't let him fucking do that to you. You know, here's what you do, you know, to get back. Give him a receipt in a way. Because a real receipt is when you're in the ring, but they probably told him what to do. Yeah.
I believe that.
Because they knew that they couldn't if somebody else was doing it, they wouldn't get looked at. Sorry. I look at the bigger picture, fellas. I'm looking at the fact that you have friends and your friends are now one causing problems for somebody else that you have problems with.
Yeah. I think that first incident was a setup.
And thirdly, another thing I'm going to talk about is another thing I was going to talk about was the fact that I feel like it was all contorted with this whole thing
Mm-hmm.
On Collision, after CM Punk's termination, when FTR came out, Cass Wheeler put up the CM Punk X
Mm-hmm.
on his entrance. Sky Blue was wearing CM Punk gear.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Brody King was super pissed off about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Along with the rest of the House of Black. So, gee. Kane, the Destroyer. One half of the Destroyers of Smoke. And the host of the Grown Folks Talking Sip podcast. He's in our comments right now. He put G. What's the G for, Mr. Kane the Destroyer? We are awaiting your response.
Come on with it.
So I'll just keep talking until he does. But the whole thing with this whole thing is the fact that I feel like there has been wrongs done here. Some people are saying, "Oh, he needed to be fired. Thank God." Blah blah blah. You're hurting yourself. You're doing a plexico burst and shooting yourself in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, in the leg, whatever. But it's the fact that you're losing money. Now, as the gentleman on Busted Open Radio said, if I'm WWE, I would hire him just on principle to get one over on the other company, because you know what kind of promos he's going to cut?
Oh yeah, they're
like, regardless if you like the guy or not, CM Punk sells tickets.
Mm-hmm.
He is a needle mover.
Especially
he makes money.
Especially when you bring that real AEW title to him with WWE.
If he brings that title and it doesn't Lunger Blaze, I called that shit first.
Hey, that'd be crazy. You know how the ratings would go for WWE, bro?
I'm just saying. That's what he should do.
Man, that'd be crazy.
That the ratings would be crazy if they did that shit. So, again, I just feel like WWE should hire him. Impact has offered CM Punk a job, so if WWE doesn't work out, he can go to Impact. Impact has already reached out and to him and wants to sign him. So, Impact would be. I mean, if he can't get in WWE, then and he's out of AEW, he's definitely not going to ROH, because ROH is owned by Tony Khan. So,
but even if he go to Impact, he bring Impact ratings. You know, high rate might be up there at AEW if he go to Impact.
Yeah, if CM Punk goes to Impact, you know how many people will tune into Impact just to see CM Punk?
A lot of people. Ain't nobody go watch
it. Huge push.
Ain't nobody go watch Jake Perry like that.
No. I mean, Jack Perry's good and all, but it's like he's not a CM Punk.
Nah. Not even close.
But I've heard rumors that CM Punk might be getting signed by the WWE. There is rumors that there was conversations while he was out on injury. There's also rumors because Survivor Series is in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Him and Roman Reigns.
Well, there's rumors that he might make his debut at Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
There's also rumors that he might make his debut at the Rumble. But only time will tell, my friend. Only time will tell.
Hey,
y'all, let's. You got any questions before we get out of here? Anybody? I know 3 people are watching. Go ahead and give us a like and give us a comment if you got below. Any questions about any of the going-ons of wrestling? What's going on? I know that there's a lot going on in wrestling right now, and I know we spent about 20 minutes talking about CM Punk and this whole bullshit, but it needed to be talked about. This is one of those things this can change the game for a lot of companies if they do it right.
Mm-hmm.
If WWE signs him, and even if WWE signs him, just to sign him and not even use him, just to sign him and sell his merch,
Mm-hmm.
and just have him in their back pocket in case they want to use him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if they just did that and he wrestled like once a year, like at WrestleMania,
Mm-hmm.
who cares? Pay the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Use him if need be, and if not, let him stay home.
Yeah. But
That'll make money.
yeah, you remember not too while ago, somebody asked Triple H about it. He said anything's possible.
Exactly. I don't see anything as not being possible.
No, if it's money counting, it's
And
possible.
the Destroyer. You still there, partner? Go ahead and give us a comment, man.
He probably went to sleep.
All I heard was G.
Yeah. He didn't finish it because he fell asleep.
If I'm not going to get any comments from the peanut gallery down here, that will conclude wrestling talk for this week. And yeah. And we will be back again next Thursday for some more. And going to keep an eye on this world title tournament, which will be the finals will be this upcoming Wednesday on Dynamite. We will have matches on Collision and Rampage and Collision to find out who the two finalists will be for the Dynamite for Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then the winner of the finals match will take on MJF at the Grand Slam event the following week, which will be in New York, Long Island. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. And that'll be it. All right, y'all. That'll be it for us tonight. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tune in next Wednesday for some more wrestling talk. Until then, Joe B and CO and D-Walk and the Invisible Man and King the Destroyer, who are not here, but we are out of here.
Yeah.